What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are going to be working on a waist cincher, essentially. I've been seeing a lot of waist cinchers that are attached with like skirts and stuff, and I want to take a stab at it. So that is the plan for today. Yeah. So our very first step is we're going to need to make a pattern. And what is going on with my sharp guy here? That's not right. I put this on backwards. And that will be our step one. Cool. Let us begin. We're gonna put you there. Grab this, put this in here. Grab. I should not have clicked go live yet, but here we are. Alright, let's grab our saran wrap here, and we can get to making. So today the plan is to get the pattern done. That is our goal for the day. Yeah, that's the plan. So, yo, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? So step one is we are going to wrap our form in saran wrap. We're gonna move this over here so that way you guys can see that. And get right to it. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today we're working on a little waist cincher skirt. I've been seeing a lot of them, and I think they look pretty cool, and I want to take a stab at it. So, for our first step, we're going to wrap the form in saran wrap. Yeah, it's just an English stream. That's pretty cool. Oh, yes. Yes. That would be very cool if we get 2,000 likes. So, we're going to wrap the form in our saran wrap here. Like so. We're basically just wrapping our midsection here, so that way, because we're not really going too high because it's just a waist cincher. Like right there is where we want it to end. Gotta get the back a little bit done. A little bit higher. Sometimes it slips when we're not going all the way on top of the form. An extra around like so. Just making sure the section that we're using is nice and tight down, nice and tight, just like that. Cool. Now we can move on to our next step, which is taping our form up. Where is my good tape? There's this one. Is that what I have? Let's go underneath and see what we got kicking around down here. Yes, that's what we got. Alrighty. So, now that we got our saran wrap on the form, we can go around and tape. Let's go around and tape. Just gonna move with this, like so. Tape the rest of the form. Where's the start of the tape? Oh, is it right here? Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So right now we're basically just gonna tape out where we want the waist cincher to be. Ah! That's not good. Uh-oh. That is not what you want to see. Test 1 2 test. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's fix that. I don't understand why that happened. Please stay. Okay, where were we? We were taping our form. So again, we're basically just gonna put this where we want the waist cincher. This is just breaking. Now let's rotate, start taping up the other side. Like so. Sweet. Just like this. Cool. Go right there. Totally great. Awesome. Now the form is all prepped, and we can actually start like designing the way Cincher. I think I'm gonna do somewhat like simple design on this one. Stepped on the thumbtack. Love to see it. Love to see it. So yes. That is the plan. That is indeed the plan. Okay. Cool. So now, let's grab our little tapes right here. I think today we are going to use purple. Yeah, let's use purple today. So, we're just basically going to draw out what we want it to look like. There's 3 important lines. We got the center line, the back line, and the side line. The center seam, the side seam, and the back. So, let's throw those in first. And we're just going to follow along that center seam that my form provides for me. Just like so. Cool. And if you were doing this like on yourself, you would look for in between your collarbone here, just this section right here, so that way you can just right down the middle. Yo, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? We're just starting our design process right now. Alrighty, next we are going to add in our side seam. Again, just following along this line. These are kind of important when you're doing like super structured stuff. And then the back. The most important two are the front and the back. I mean, this side is also pretty important. They're all very important, but especially when you're working with stuff that you want super rigid and structured. Cool. So now, we're just gonna go around. Nothing too fancy. I think we're gonna stop it like right there and go to like right there. Just like so, all the way around. And we're gonna go to the bottom here. Sweet. And nothing too fancy. We are gonna add a skirt at the base here. Just more of a proof of concept that I know what I'm doing. For this particular one, what are we feeling for? Do we want to do? Let's keep it nice and simple. I think the complexity can be added with the skirt. This one. And two. Want to add any others? Nah, I don't think so. I think that's good. Okay, maybe we do a little something like this. It was a little too straightforward. Nah. Actually, I think that's fine. Yo, is this how you make clothes? Yes, this is how I make like my corseted items. So right now we're working on a waist cincher. And then we're gonna a waist cinched skirt. That's the goal. It's a waist cinched skirt. So we're gonna I think I'm gonna lock in this for the waist cincher. And then we're going to take it off the form, add our seam allowance, and then we'll work on the pattern for the skirt that's going to be attached here. But for the waist cincher, I think I'm just going to lock this nice, simple, super simple cincher. I do need to mark our midway point. Where's the waist? Where's the waist? I can't see it. There it is. Right there. Okay. Now we go all the way around like so. Cool. That's where our tool tape's gonna go, so that way you know it. When you lace it up, it actually cinches the waist. And last step, before I always forget to do it, where's my Sharpie? So that way I can mark out 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Do we want more than 4 panels? I might want more than 4 panels. What if we just add some complexity? just like a little bit. Just like a little bit, you know? What if we just did something like this? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to commit to the 4. Again, it's going to be a more intricate skirt, so we're going to commit to the 4. What am I doing? So currently, I'm in the process, at the beginning stages of making like a waist cincher skirt. So right now, I'm working on the pattern for the waist cincher. I know my lefts from my rights. There we go. So now that this is done, we can take it off the form and we can add our seam allowance next. So we grab our scissors and we cut. Cool. Now let's head over to the cutting table. Sweet. Hello, we're up here now. So, our next steps. Ooh, I'm going to add Thompson bottoms to this one because there's nothing. Sometimes I add these marks, sometimes I don't. Because for this one, it's a little bit more ambiguous of what each one is. Set this down. We can slide our dress form for right now. Cool. Now let's chop, chop, chop. Just following our lines here, just like so. Nice and simple, like. Awesome. Now we cut out our thing here. Yo, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? Now we cut out our individual pieces, like so. Here we go. There's one. Two. 3. Just like so. Sweet. Now that we got that cut out, we need this. Normally I would just chop this one in half, but I'm gonna need it for the zipper, for the lining, so I'm not gonna cut that. Okay. Now we're going to take out our cutting board. Not our cutting board, our cork board. And set up the cork board. So, we're going to move all this stuff aside. Like so. And pull out the cork board. Like this. Cool. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Good, good, good. Excellent. Okay. Now we're gonna roll out our fabric here. Ah! Not our fabric. What am I saying, dude? Where's your paper? Is it in the corner? I put it in the corner. I'm running around with my head like a chicken with this. Oh my god, I can't speak right now. I'm just gonna move on. Okay. We're gonna pin down our board like so. It's in my bag where it's supposed to be. Okay. There we go. You can put this aside. And then let's pin this down like so. There's 1, 2, and 3. Cool. So now we are going to set them down like this, and then we're going to add seam allowance all the way around. And that is our plan. So I'm gonna move this back. Can you go back? No? That's it? Okay. That's fine. I'm going to put this right here. Cool. So now let's add our seam allowance to our... What are we doing? Today, we are working on a waist cincher skirt. And that is the plan. I am looking for tape right now. And that is what I'm currently doing. So we're going to pin down these pattern pieces that we just made. Like so. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then like this. like this. Excellent. And we grab our Sharpie. Where's our Sharpie? There's our Sharpie. And my Sharpie ruler. And we go around all the way around this time. Normally I don't because the top doesn't usually need seam allowance, but this time it does. Half an inch. Nice and simple. Keep everything consistent. Excellent. Cool. Where is this? There it is. Half of fashion design is remembering where you put all your tools. And then another quarter of it is doing a math. And the rest of it is making the thing. Cool. Now that that's there, we can grab our scissors and cut it out. Just like so. Cool. Now let's do it for the rest of them. Just like so. Let's add our tape. Cool. Sweet. And we add our seam allowance. Like so. Cool. Where did my, what? Oh, it fell on the floor. Here's number 3. Sweet. Now we just go all the way around again, and we do that one more time, and then we can start working on the pattern for the skirt. Cool. Sweet. Now for this one, indeed, gotta do 2 of these. Cool, cool. Just like so. Sweet. Awesome. Now, we go like this. Sharpie. There it is. Okay, so now we gotta make another one of these because this is technically the lining pattern. Now we gotta make the outside, our face. Uh-oh. That makes sense. That's not what we want to have happen right now. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna do this angle for the rest of the stream. Which is alright. We can probably call it here because we finished the pattern for the waist cincher. And tomorrow we are gonna work on everything else. Excellent. So, today, I'll call that mission accomplished. Here's a pattern for our waist cincher, this way. Tomorrow we're gonna work on the pattern for the skirt, and then we'll go from there. But I will call this mission accomplished. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed stuff, be sure leave like, subscribe, follow, whatever it's called on whatever platform you're on. If you want to see more of the stuff that I've made, go to the Jax Malcolm. You can look at all my live stream VODs there. And yeah, have a good day, have a good night, have a good wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ta.